This is a presentation of the Moldy Cheese family of networks.
It's a beautiful day on the Moldy Cheese Basketball Network for a little 94-95 Utah Jazz season replay. This is episode number 2, and we start off with game number 9, facing the 7-1 Denver Nuggets on the road at McNichols Arena. We don't have any highlights of this one, but we get away from McNichols with an 89-84 low-scoring win, where the Nuggets shoot 41%, we shoot 46%. We were 8 of 21 from downtown, the Nuggets were 3 of 15, and we were 13 of 13 from the line. A good win for the Jazz against a very good Nuggets team. Delaney Rudd had 15 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a turnover. We'll highlight him in this game. Antonio McDyess for the Nuggets, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks for Denver. Well, on to game number 10. It is a home matchup with the expansion Toronto Raptors, who are surprisingly off to a 6-4 start. We are 5-4 on the season now. Let's get out to the Delta Center for a little Utah Jazz basketball action. Early in the first quarter, Jazz leading 8-4 over the Raptors. John Stockton yo-yos left side. Stockton into the corner to Hornacek, down to Ostertag. Ostertag drop steps against Camby, and he throws it down. Hey diddle diddle, tags in the middle. Throws it down with 2 over Marcus Camby. We're all tied up at 14 now. Here's Delaney Rudd. Rudd tries to get the pass down to Malone. It's taken away. Here's Damon Stoudemire going the other way. It's a 3-on-1 break. Stoudemire goes all the way himself, lays it up and in. Raptors have taken a 32-28 lead here in the second quarter. Right side, Delaney Rudd guarding Antonio Daniels. Daniels pulls up from 3, no. Rebounded by Greg Foster. Quick outlet to Delaney Rudd. Rudd to the right side to Howard Isley. He'll go baseline, lay it up and in. Reverse layup. Howard Isley. Here is Stockton now. 1:30 to go in the second. Raptors leading by 1, 41-40. Stock on the left side. Stockton back to the middle. He'll work it to the right angle. Stockton drops it down on the block to Karl Malone. Malone holding. Now he goes to work. Kicks it back out to Russell. Russell for the 3. It goes down. 43-41 Jazz with the lead as we head towards the halftime break. We move into the third quarter now. 6:50 to go. We're all tied up at 54. Here's Jeff Hornacek. Horny holding at the top. Out to the right angle to Stockton. Stockton around the screen for Malone. Stockton in the air. Drops it to Malone. Lay it up and in with the left hand. Karl Malone. The Jazz take the lead. Toronto takes it back now. 75-72. Down the lane, here's Isley. Drops it back to Benoit. Back of the rim, no. Rebounded by the Raptors. Here is Antonio Daniels. Daniels, crossover, drops it down. Alvin Robertson with the dunk. Raptors lead by 5. 77-74 now. We're in the fourth quarter. 6:12 to go. Stockton with it. Stockton setting things up for the Jazz. Left side to Hornacek. Stockton goes around the screen for Ostertag. Sets a screen for Malone. Horny drops it down to Karl. Karl back to Stockton around the curl. Shot no. Rebounded by Tag. Back out to Russell. His shot no. Tag gets the rebound again. Back to Brian Russell. Russell cross court to Stockton. Stock drops it down to Karl Malone. Pivots. Steps to the baseline. Shot from the baseline from 10 feet out is good. Karl Malone cuts the lead to 1. Here come the Raptors up 77-76. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Damon Stoudemire, Mighty Mouse, back to Carlos Rogers. Rogers guarded by Russell. He hands to Stoudemire. Stoudemire working on Stockton. Drives down the lane. Off balance shot, no. Rebounded by Camby. Blocked away by Tag. Stock has it. Stockton on the run. Down the lane. Karl Malone. 2-hand slam. Karl Malone. From John Stockton, Karl Malone gives the Jazz the lead. Jazz lead now 91-83. Closing seconds of the game. It looks like Utah is going to come away with this one. Alvin Robertson's shot no. Rebounded by the mailman. Karl Malone outlets it to Stockton. Stockton to the middle. Brings it across the timeline. 22 seconds to go. 16 on the shot clock. Stockton yo-yos around the screen from Karl Malone. No, he doesn't take it. Drops it back to Hornacek. Hornacek to Karl Malone. Top of the key looking down the barrel. Shot good. It's 93-83. And that is how we end the ball game. Game number 10, the Jazz get the win 93-83 over the Raptors. Our bench outscored by the Raptors 33-20. We shoot 46%, the Raptors shoot 43%. We were 10 of 10 at the line, 22 fast break points to 16. 23 assists to 21 in our favor. We out-rebound the Raptors by 1. Marcus Camby with 13 points, 13 rebounds, a double-double for him. Karl Malone with a monster game, 39 points, 18 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal for the mailman. What a game for him. Almost 40 points. He had 39 and 18. And he will battle for the scoring title with Michael Jordan all season long, most likely. Game number 11. At home against the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks are 5-5. We are 6-4. And early action, Mavericks lead 5-2. Stockton working against Jason Kidd. Stockton drops it down to Tag. Ostertag holding with Donald Hodge on his back. Back to Brian Russell. Russell drops it to Karl Malone. Malone on the block. Donald Hodge guarding him. And it's rebounded by Jamal Mashburn. Mashburn has it taken away by Stockton. Stock picks it up, lay it up and in with the left hand. John Stockton with the steal, the all-time leader in steals in NBA history. 5-4, Mavericks leading. Here is Jim Jackson. Jim Jackson, back to Hodge. Back to Jackson, he gets it to Kidd. Kidd working on Stockton, down the lane, floated up and in over Ostertag. Jason Kidd scores at 7-4 Mavericks. We move ahead now. 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 7. Delaney Rudd, 3 from the corner is good. Cuts into the lead. It's 19-15 Mavericks. Here's the Jazz leading now 27-25. Mavericks have the ball. This is Moore. Left side. He's going to hand it to Brad Davis. Davis to Howard. Howard down the lane with the dunk. Nice pass by Brad Davis. 19 points in the last game for Brad Davis. 31-30, Jazz with the lead. Moore over to Davis. Brad Davis, 3, rims out, rebounded by Foster. Foster out to Delaney Rudd. No, Howard Isley. Isley pushes it left side to Benoit. Benoit lay it up with the left hand and in. David Benoit, 33-30, Jazz with the lead. Mavericks retake the lead now, 40-39, 5.5 minutes to go in the second. We've had trouble with the Mavericks this year. We'll be glad when we're done playing them. Here's Karl Malone on the block. Malone waits for Stockton to go through. Malone left to right across the lane. Power it up and in. Score it, count it. He's fouled. Karl Malone goes to the line. Jazz have the lead. (48-47) Jazz. 2:30 to go in the first half. Karl Malone on the block. Kicks it back out to Russell. Russell's shot off the back of the rim. No, it's pulled down by Mashburn. Here comes Mash ahead to Jason Kidd. Nice dish down the lane to Donald Hodge for the dunk. We're all tied up at 56. We're in the third quarter now. Stockton down the lane to Karl Malone in the paint. Has it stripped away. No, he picks it back up. Gets it out to Brian Russell, who will back it out. Russ drops it down to Ostertag. Over to Hornacek. Hornacek, angle right. 3, good. Jeff Hornacek. Jazz lead 64-60 now. Third quarter. Stockton yo-yoing right side against Jason Kidd. Stockton drops it down to Ostertag. Tag with Donald Hodge on his back. Back to Hornacek. Horny to Karl Malone on the block. Back to Stockton. Stockton pump fakes. Drops it down to the mailman. Karl Malone double. Back to Stockton. Stockton's going to go baseline. Scoop it up and in. Reverse layup by John Stockton. 66-60 Jazz with the lead. 4:55 to go in the fourth now. Here come the Jazz down 99-97. Stockton between the legs. Stockton whips it to Ostertag. Nice pass to Ostertag. And the all-time assist leader strikes again. It's not enough, though. The Mavericks go on to win 114-108. Like I said before, we struggle with this matchup with the Mavericks. It's not been very kind to us so far this season. Here in game number 11, we fall 114-108. Mavericks shoot a scorching 54%. And 17 of 20 at the free throw line is where they beat us. We only shot 9 free throws. Popeye Jones had 21 points and 12 rebounds for the Mavericks, 1 assist and a block. Karl Malone with 29 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 3 turnovers for the Jazz. So the Jazz lose that one. We move on now. Another home game against the winless Boston Celtics. In game number 12, we are 6-5. Celtics are 0-11. Here at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Jazz leading 10-6 here midway through the first quarter. Tag back to Hornacek. Hornacek wide open three. D. Brown not anywhere close enough to him, and the Celtics take a timeout there. Jazz leading 19-9 now midway through the first quarter. Here's Delaney Rudd. Delaney Rudd to Howard Isley. Isley holding at the top of the key. Back to Delaney Rudd. Isley's going to come through a screen from Malone. Isley holding. Rudd holding. Looking back to Howard Isley. Isley with 2 seconds. Quick step back. Foot's on the line. Long two, and it goes down. 21-9. Jazz with the lead. 33-17. 16-point Jazz lead now. Celtics inbounds. Here is Vital over to Dana Barros. Barros guarded by Stockton. Dana Barros, 3-point specialist for the Celtics. I think he won a 3-point contest back in the day. Down the lane to Antoine Walker. Celtics in 94-95 in rebuilding mode after the dynasty of the Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, DJ, Danny Ainge, all those guys had come to an end a few years earlier. Celtics were still in rebuild mode. Jazz leading 46-27. David Benoit looking down the barrel, in and out, back in. David Benoit hits the three. 54-33. Jazz leading by 21 late in the second quarter. Stockton to Hornacek. Hornacek behind the back dribble. He's going to kick it over to the right wing to Brian Russell. Russell holding. Back to Hornacek at the top of the key. Horny looking at Stockton. Stockton left elbow goes across the lane. Lay it up and in off the glass. John Stockton. 62-38, Jazz with a big lead now. Here's Antoine Walker. Throws it down. Jeff Hornacek gets up there. Takes it away. Here come the Jazz. Hornacek gets up there and takes it away from D. Brown on the oop. I don't think that would ever happen in real life. Beautiful pass by Stockton down to Karl Malone. Karl Malone lays it up and in. Stockton with the assist. Jazz leads 71-46. A 25-point lead. Here is Henson. Henson over to Antoine Walker. Walker's shot is good. The Celtics, a year or so, maybe a couple years later, would pick up Paul Pierce. And you know how history went after that. Celtics would be contenders for a few years, pick up Garnett and Ray Allen. The big three would win them a championship, get them to another finals where they lost to the Lakers. But the Celtics will not be in the playoffs in this replay season of the 94-95 year. Jazz leading 96-78. Stockton over to the left side to Hornacek. Horny's three is good. 99-78. The final score, 105-82. The Jazz with the win here in game number 12. Celtics only shoot 39%. We shoot 53%, 29% from three, 13 of 14 from the line. 25 assists to 21. Our bench outscored the Celtics 38-19. And we had 60 points in the paint to their 50, 20 fast break points to their 12. Antoine Walker with 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals and a block, but 5 turnovers for the C's. Karl Malone with another good game, 32 points, 13 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals for the mailman. So we look at the Western Conference standings here. The Nuggets out to an 11-2 start. The Spurs are 9-2. Sonics 9-3. Rockets 9-3 as well. Suns, Timberwolves, Jazz, Mavericks. If the playoffs were to start today, the 1 seed would be the Nuggets playing the 8 seed Mavericks, the 4 seed Rockets playing the 5 seed Suns, 2 seed Spurs playing the 7 seed Jazz, the 3 seed Sonics would be playing the 6 seed Minnesota Timberwolves. Look at the Eastern Conference. If the playoffs started today, the Hawks would be playing the 8 seed Washington Bullets. The 4 seed Orlando Magic would be playing the 5 seed Knicks. That would be a good series. The Charlotte Hornets would be playing the 7 seed Sixers. The 3 seed Milwaukee Bucks and Big Dog Glenn Robinson would be playing Reggie Miller and Rick Smits and the Pacers, who would be the 6 seed if the playoffs started today. The Bulls are 8-6. They have Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen hurt. But as soon as those guys come back, they're going to rise the rankings pretty quickly, you would think. So that's the end of episode number 2 of our 94-95 Jazz replay season here on the Moldy Cheese Basketball Network.